Hey girls, so welcome to tonight's team call. It is Wednesday, January 11th. What's up? Y'all ready for some good information tonight? Yeah, all right, cool. So we have to give some shout outs today because it's only the 11th of the month and we have two girls on the leaderboard already this month, and one of them is smiling as she's walking through her house. So big shout out to our girl Tatiana for hitting Success Club 2 so far this month, and Miss Marguerite for being at Success Club 3. Great job, girls. Super proud of you for inspiring those lives to make changes. That's really awesome. So another thing I wanted to make an announcement about is, if you didn't already see it in the team page, is we have a team call sign up sheet, and basically I just put every Wednesday on there for the first quarter, so it goes through March. Okay, I think that's when I did it through, all the way through, either all the way through March or all the way through April. And what I would love for you to do is for each of you to sign up for a time slot and a topic that you would like to cover. So this can be a topic that you either feel that you're really strong in, or it can be a topic that you feel like you could learn a little bit more about that you maybe struggle with. The more we dive into something we struggle with and we take notes and learn about it, and then if we regurgitate that and teach that to other people, then we tend to become masters at that or become really good at it, right? So I would love for you, it doesn't have to be like right away, but I would love for you girls to start stepping into that leadership role, and for all of us to hear from one another what's working for each other, and just hearing different perspectives. And you know, you might listen to a call, like I do my calls based off of top coaches calls that I listen to, right? I get a lot of my information from that and from the personal development that I'm doing, and what I take out of stuff could be totally different than what you girls take out of the same exact call. So I think it will be very beneficial for our team moving forward and growing leaders and growing individually if we each take a time slot and a topic to cover and help to share that with the rest of the team, okay? So please get on that ASAP and fill that out and pick a date and a topic that you would like to present to the team, okay? The next thing is Success Club Trip 2018. Registration should be opening for coaches starting on Monday, I believe. And you can go to successclubtrip2018.com. It's in our team page. The link directly for that. You only have to put a $300 deposit down. And girls, like, I used to avoid booking those because I was always like, oh, I can't afford to go, I don't have the money, whatever it is. First of all, get that out of your head, because that's what you're going to manifest if that's what you're telling yourself. But if you manifest that you are going to earn that trip, guess what you're going to do? You're going to earn it. PJ and I are going to Punta Cana. I booked that. I had to pay the $300 deposit, which was paid for by my income by Beachbody, and we've earned that trip completely free of charge aside from our flights. So get on that. Register for that as soon as it's open to coaches for you guys. If we pay the deposit, no. So as far as I understand, the $300 deposit is completely non-refundable. Read the fine details on that though, because if for some reason you didn't qualify for Success Club to earn that spot, then I don't know how that works. But that's not going to happen, right? Because you're going to work towards Success Club. Is that what you meant? Or no, I didn't understand. Oh, they shouldn't be. They only allow so many slots. Like once they're booked for the 2 waves, and PJ and myself and Kirk and Meg are all going on the turtle wave, which is the second one. You love turtles, so that's fitting. Which is the second wave, and it's the wave that's actually over the weekend, okay? So that is the wave that we have selected, and we are both staying at the Hard Rock. There's 2 hotels, and there's 2 waves to avoid that overbooking. But once the rooms are filled, they're done. And then you would get on a wait list. And then as rooms would open up, then you could, register. Okay. So you wouldn't lose the $300 and them not have a spot for you. Okay. Cool. So I'm really excited for that, and I would absolutely love for each and every one of you to be there with us because it's super, super exciting. $300 is for the couple, yes. Most of the rooms in Tier 1, you can check out the link because everything's right there, and you can even look at the room selections. The rooms are, most of them are $1,500 all inclusive. And then it tells you how many people you can have in each room and all that sort of thing, okay? Cool. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about Summit that's going to be coming up because like this year's already going fast. Like it's going to be here before we know it. It is crazy, you guys. So get yourselves pumped up. Keep working on inviting and reaching out to new people and adding to your network and growing your business and taking steps forward towards your goals every day, okay? So I want to start the call off tonight. We're actually going to be discussing recruiting. But Meg had went live in her group earlier today and asked these questions, and it just really like hit home for me. And it's something that I felt impelled to share with you guys as well. So what I'd like to ask you, and I want you to be completely honest with yourself. Are you treating your business like you have one foot in? Are you kind of standing on the sidelines, hoping, like keeping your fingers crossed that this thing's going to happen and you're going to live a life of freedom and be debt free? Or are you both feet in? There is no plan B. This is it. You are balls to the walls, both feet in, and you are grinding to make this happen because you're ready for change. Which of those are you? And I don't mean what you say you are. I mean, what in your heart do you really feel that you are? And maybe you're one and moving towards the other, but be honest with yourself. Where are you really at and where are you pushing yourself to go? When I first started this, you guys, I'll be perfectly honest, like I was not both feet in. I didn't, when I very first started, didn't really believe in the opportunity as I know it now. Or even as I knew it a couple years ago when I first started. And then as I started to learn like what an amazing opportunity, and I started looking up to Kelly as she was growing, and I started looking up to Meg as I got to know her story a little bit more, and I'm looking up to April, who's, blowing it out of the water and doing really amazing. I would always say, well, I'm not good enough, or I don't know if I see the potential in the business, but I just don't know if I'm capable of reaching that, right? Is anybody else ever guilty of feeling like that? Like you see all these coaches, doing amazing, and you might kind of go, yeah, but she's probably doing X, Y, and Z, or she's beautiful, or she's young, or she's already fit, or whatever you're telling yourself that person is because they're in a different place than where you and I are. Is bullshit, right? Like they're just a normal person who put the time in. They're not any better than you. They're not any more deserving than you. They just showed up every day and put the work in. And that's something that I've learned. I used to compare myself all the time to the coaches who were enrolling after me and advancing really quickly. Oh, well, she doesn't have a family. I'll be perfectly honest. I used to compare myself to Carolyn a lot. Well, she's young, she doesn't have a family, she doesn't have a household to manage, like all these excuses. Well, maybe she did it, but that girl put the time in and she busted her butt and she showed up to make it happen. And I can't take that away from her. It's not fair for me to take that away from her to make me feel better, right? So I use that as motivation. Like she made it work. And she signed on after me. So I know that I can do it too. It's not somebody who's all the way up here because I'm above her as far as where we're at on the ladder, right? But she's advancing and doing really well. So keep in mind that you absolutely can do this, but it's taking that action. So my message for this is actions speak louder than words. And that's kind of been the theme. That was kind of our theme last week on the call, that I'm here, you guys. I'm always here for you. And I hope that you know that, genuinely know that I am here for you as a friend, as a mentor, as a coach, and as a leader. I'm always here for you, and I'm always here as a friend first, right? But I'm not pulling anybody along. So actions, if you're telling me you want this, you have both feet in, and there is no plan B, then you have to start showing up and you have to start running. And if you start running, I'm right there with you. And I'm going to be handing you that water bottle when you need it, or giving you a little, high five when you need it, or whatever you need, I'm going to be there. But if you're not showing up and taking action on what you're saying you want, I'm not going to keep chasing after you, because this is a year of action for myself and for our team. And I believe in our team as a whole. I believe that we are going to do amazing things this year. But this year for me, it's in my bones, you guys. Action has got to happen. And I'm ready for it. And I know that you are too. So I'm super excited for what this has to bring. But I just want you to remember that we have to take action, right? And there might be days that you say, oh, well, I'm not going to do just this one thing for today. But then before you know it, that one thing, you don't do it for a couple days, and then you start getting behind, and then you start feeling overwhelmed, and then you kind of go, well, whatever. So keep taking steps, right? Keep moving forward and taking action. So because I'm like getting teary-eyed because I'm so excited about this. Because I know that this is our year, and I know that every single one of you that's showing up on the calls every week, who's showing up in the group every day to post whatever the challenge is for the day, or you're hitting Success Club, or whatever it is. Those of you who are showing up every single day, I know that this year is going to be a year of action and a year that we do really big things. So I have started planning. Let me go to my screen share. Let's see if it'll work here. I haven't done this before, so I don't know why it's not. Crap. I haven't done this before, and of course I just got home because of Keystein's practice. Let me see if I can unplug it and plug it back in. Oh, choose. Let's see. Sorry, I should have practiced this, but I literally just got home. Can you guys see my screen? No, you don't see anything?
It's just a black screen.
Let's see if I hit number 2. New share. I put. Well, poop. I have it plugged in. Allow. Let's see if that changes anything. Well, poop on that. So give me a second. Let me try something else really quick. I'll just log into it on my browser. It'll just take me an extra second. That kills the fun in it. Jeez, we'll have to do a drum roll. All right, this is coming up. I thought I could just plug my, because it gives me an option for iPhone share, so I thought that I could just open that from my screen. So is everybody having a good day? Sorry it's taking a minute. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Okay, let me get back to my Zoom. It's not letting me share my favorites for some reason. So, okay, so drum roll, please. Something I've been so excited and I've started planning and doing some research is for us to do our very first diamond retreat. I have been looking at homes in Destin, Florida, and this is just one of them that I looked at, just to kind of give you an idea. But I have been planning and, like I said, doing my research in a couple different locations for very early next year for our first Team Living Healthy and Fit Diamond Retreat. So this is what we're working for, girls. I have wanted to do this for a very long time, and I'm so excited to really start visualizing. Like, can you guys see us there, like having fun and sharing our stories and sharing our journeys with one another and just having a good time and being the family together in one location. I just get so excited about it, and I have all these places saved on favorites on my Airbnb on my phone because I just keep researching and looking up different places that would be really cool for us to go. And that is something that you guys would earn. That's something that I would pay for, to take you girls who earn diamond to go with me. And I know, yes, Marguerite, I can't wait either. Like, we are going to do that. Start to visualize that. It would be so much fun. I want so bad for you guys to be there with me and to have that, you know, to have that like powwow time and just that one-on-one time. Like, imagine how good, like, think about how good Super Saturdays are. This would be like Super Saturday on steroids for the weekend. You know what I mean? Just being together and making family dinners and just, you know, really getting to know one another more one-on-one. I'm so excited. And seriously, like, I literally had tears in my eyes because I get so excited about it. And I'm visualizing that every day, and I know that our team is going to get there. So that's one more thing that you girls are working for this year, is to hit the Team Living Healthy and Fit Diamond Retreat in the early part of next year. I don't know exactly when it would be, probably February or March, but as we get a little bit more through the year, then we can start narrowing down more of the time, okay? But no matter what, like, I know we're going to be 5-star this year, but whether I have 5 or 10 diamonds or I have 1, I am doing a diamond retreat, because anybody that hits diamond this year deserves to go on a trip and to celebrate that milestone. So it will happen no matter what. And I'm really excited for that. So, yay! Tatiana's excited. Woo-hoo! So one of the key things that we need to do in order to reach diamond and to advance and rank is to recruit, right? And some of us might not like the word recruit. It's what it is. But sharing the coaching opportunity and inviting coaches to join your team, right? So how many of you feel timid about sharing the coaching opportunity or offering that to people? So let's have a little one-on-one, like a little bit of interaction here real quick. Like, what do you feel when you go to offer the opportunity? Just some things that maybe run through your head, or maybe a fear, or what kind of holds you back? Go ahead and unmute yourself or type it in the chat box, and, you know, let us know some things that you feel.
I can go real quick. I know I kind of talked to you earlier, Corey, when you were texting or whatever, but I know I kind of feel like sometimes, you know, people might look at me or look at like my invite and say like, well, what is she doing? Like, why would I want to join her when I can join, you know, numerous other people who have all these other accolades and stuff that she doesn't have? Like, you know, you're not, you know, where are you at compared to other people, you know, I guess. And I guess that goes into that comparison thing that you were saying earlier, you know, so.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all.
No,
I mean, that's like the main, like, that's like probably the biggest thing that I kind of, that runs through my mind, I guess, when thinking about inviting other people. So.
Okay, cool. Thank you for sharing. Hannah said confidence and that she hasn't lost weight yet. Tatiana, I think you're trying to figure out how to unmute yourself, so give me a second and I'll unmute you. Okay, go ahead. You should be able to talk, honey.
I don't do the Zoom on my phone usually,
Yeah.
so I'm like, can't figure this out. No, mine was just not feeling like knowledgeable enough. Like if people are gonna have questions, I'm not exactly sure. I'm like hesitant, like, oh, what if they ask me something I don't know the answer? And then I'm stumbling for my words, and then I'm gonna seem like a joke.
Yeah.
Not being able to be very informative with them.
Okay, so you kind of feel like you need to know everything, or at least know more than you do now to be more confident to share that, right?
Yes.
So that's what we call analysis paralysis, where you feel like you need to know everything and it paralyzes you because you don't know everything. You guys, I still don't know everything. That's what Google's for, and the FAQs, and our team. And if there's something that I don't know as a coach, then I go to Meg and I say, hey girl, like, I know you're busy, whatever, could you help me out on this? Or I ask in her team page, because there's higher diamonds and higher ranked people in the groups that I'm in with her. There's all these resources that you will have the information, right? And if you just say, hey girl, like, I'm really not sure, because I haven't dealt with that before, I'm going to check with my girl Corey because she would know the perfect answer. She would know exactly what you're talking about, and then I can get back with you. It's okay to ask, because one, you don't have to know everything, and two, you don't want somebody who you're asking to become a coach for them to think that you do know everything and that they will have to know everything to come into the business, that they're going to have to do all this studying and learning and knowing all the nitty-gritty details of everything. It's something you learn as you go along, right? So then Marguerite also said, I also feel like my life is a hot mess, and how can I lead others if I lose my car keys daily? Yes, but there's other people out there who do that too and who are looking for guidance, right? Like that's something that just makes you unique. Like you and Tatiana, if you're earlier on time, it's like, woohoo! Because you girls are always running late. So that's just something that becomes a part of who you are. That doesn't mean that you're any less qualified. But what it really comes down to is whatever you're feeling, it stems from a lack of confidence, right? It's either a lack of confidence or a belief within yourself or a belief within the products. I don't think it's a lack of belief in the products, because all of us have had amazing results or have felt really good when we're on track and we're working towards our goals, right? So it stems from that lack of confidence and knowing what to say to people. So, and that comes across, like Marguerite and I were talking about this earlier today, that comes across when you message people, whether or not you're saying it or they're not seeing your face or hearing how you're talking, that's still coming across if you are hesitant. Katie Hefner used this analogy. When she used to be in retail, she worked at American Eagle, and when she was at the cash register, it was, as a manager, it was her job to share the credit card with them, to help to invite people to enroll with the American Eagle credit card to save so much or whatever and get them on board. And because she was afraid to share that with people and thought that they would just automatically tell her no, the fear of being rejected, she would either not invite them to it, or she would be like really skittish about it. And people would get that, like, who's going to give their social security number to somebody who's going, oh, I don't know, like, would you like to sign up for this credit card thing or whatever? And you're not exuding confidence with it. But she said once she had fun with it, and she said, hey, like, we're offering this credit card, you get to save this much on your purchase today, is this something you're interested in enrolling in? Then she had a lot more success. So think about how your posture is, how you feel about the business opportunity. you might not be making the money that you want to yet. You may not be where you want to be with your health and fitness journey, but I guarantee every single one of us has had some sort of positive change that empowers us and makes us feel better since starting this journey. And that's what we have to start tapping into when we invite people and we get excited about the opportunity. I'm reminded of Melissa last night when she shared her story. And I didn't know this at the time, and I actually didn't know this until last night, that when I invited her to the coaching opportunity, which I had done several times before, okay, when I invited her to the coaching opportunity this time, and she enrolled, she was pregnant, her husband was deployed, her mother lives in Bowling Green and is kind of distant, and she didn't have a whole lot of people in her corner. And when I approached her, she was feeling vulnerable and alone and unsure of herself because she struggles with her body image and weight because she struggled with her weight for a long time. So when she became pregnant, that was a struggle for her. And she shared that in her story last night. And she was really struggling with keeping herself on track and having that support. And when I reached out to her, it was the right time for her. It was probably the third or fourth time I had invited her. And it was the right time for her. And she shared last night, she doesn't know how things would have worked out or how she would have felt or whatever if I hadn't invited her at that time, right? And she'd be really sad if I hadn't invited her and then she wouldn't have been a part of our family, which is something that's very empowering and important to her. And I know that's something our family, you guys, like we have a really unique dynamic in our team. So it's really important to remember those things, that this really is an awesome opportunity. So just a few things that I thought of when thinking about what you love about the coaching opportunity. There's probably a million things that we could talk about, like health and fitness wise and the community of people and friendship and things like that. But when it comes to the business, a couple things I thought of was it's super cheap to get started. Like our business is like a franchise. You could not start a business on $40 or even $200 if you bought the challenge pack, right? So it's super cheap to get started. We have a community of amazing women and men friendships, which we just kind of talked about. It's simple to do and you don't have to have a college degree. It's something that anybody can do. You don't have to be an expert. You just have to be willing to help people and willing to make changes yourself, right? You can work it when it fits into your schedule, so it's very flexible. You are your own boss. We get to choose who we work with. We get to choose our team. Like, I don't know about anybody else's job, but like most jobs, you don't get to choose who your partner is or who you get to work with on a daily basis or speak to. I get excited to have our family meeting every Wednesday, and I get excited to do the team what is coaching calls and all those different things. That excites me because it's something that I really enjoy doing. So we get to choose who we work with and the community we surround ourselves with. It doesn't feel like work because it's fun and you're inspiring people to make changes and you're helping people to feel good about themselves. Freedom of your time to travel, financial freedom, which leads me to unlimited financial no, you get stuck sitting next to someone who makes you crazy at work. Yes. Then there's that. And there's somebody who's tapping their thumbs all the time or tapping their foot, or you're just like, ah. Right. There's unlimited financial potential. You guys, like kind of like I talked about in the beginning, how I saw the potential, but I didn't believe that I was worthy or that I could achieve that. But every single one of us can, right? That potential is there. We just have to put the effort in. Continuing to grow every day, personal development and becoming a better person every single day, whether it's more confident or you're learning more about nutrition and why you should be eating certain foods, or you're just becoming a stronger leader, whatever it is, this business opportunity encourages us to grow on a daily basis, which is really awesome, because what does Tony Robbins say? I know Karina knows it. If you're not growing, you're dying. Yeah, for sure. So that's an amazing thing, and that you're fulfilling a sense of passion and purpose. So just really think about when you sit down to share the coaching opportunity, or you say in your mind, like, I need to invite so many people per day. Like for myself, I was struggling with inviting or being consistent with it anyway. It is my goal to share with at least 4 people per day, at least 5 days a week. If I do more, great. But 20 is my number every week that I'm shooting for. So when you sit down to invite those people, or you know that you have to put that time in, what's in your heart? What are you thinking about? Are you thinking about the fear and that they might say no? Or are you thinking about how you love our family of women, and how you have fun when we do our team calls, or how you have fun when you do group workouts and live events, and how you're feeling better about your health and fitness, and how you get to inspire people and you get messages in your inbox saying, thank you for being you, or thank you for this quote, or whatever it is. What are you feeling? Because whatever you're feeling is going to come across in your message. So start empowering yourself with all the things you love about it. Write the list down. Write a list down of all the things that you love about Beachbody and all the things that make you feel excited about it. It might be different than what mine were, right? Because we're different people, and that's okay. The next thing is, so that was owning it and believing it. So being confident the one thing I missed. So being confident with when you're sharing. Another thing that you can do is practice. Like, team up with somebody on the team and do role playing. It might sound silly, but it'll make you laugh and lighten your mood around it, right? To role play with somebody on the coaching opportunity and going back and forth and asking questions and if they would be interested. And then the next thing about recruiting is being a friend. So we're not like the other marketing companies who just message somebody out of the blue and blast them with something, or you just friended them and you're like, hey girl, you want to join my team or whatever. That's just not how we operate, right? Thank God we don't operate that way. Or add you to a group. Yes, it's mind-blowing. I'm surprised Facebook hasn't put a stop to that yet. I see that coming in the future as well. But to build that relationship and be a friend with somebody first, to form them. So if you don't know what form is, it's family, occupation, recreation, and your message. So get to know that person, ask questions, have some back and forths, and then ask them. And the best way to do this, you guys, is to learn to be problem solvers, to listen. When they're talking to you, listen. What do we have solutions for? Nutrition, fitness, health, wellness, a sense of community or support, and financial. We have a lot of different angles that we can present this opportunity to help somebody if they are having an issue with something. So learn to become a problem solver. If somebody's telling you that they're struggling with losing weight, don't just jump on them about it, but start asking questions. Well, why do you struggle? Maybe get them into a free group, provide some value to that person, or give them a clean eating meal plan, and then present the coaching opportunity. This might be a really great fit for you, okay? There are 3 types of coaches that you will, or 3 types of potential coaches. One is going to be your customer to a coach, right? That's really the most obvious one. So you've already built that friendship. You've already gained their trust because they're a customer of yours and they've either done a challenge group or they're using Shakeology or whatever it is. And you're simply saying to that person, you start asking them questions. Like when you have people in your challenge groups and they say that they love Shakeology, say, that's awesome, girl. Like, how are you feeling? And they tell you. And then you say, that's really great. You've been doing so good. Have you had anybody asking you what you've been doing lately or how you've been feeling because you're doing so good? Different things like that, which are leading questions to, I think you've done an amazing job. Have you ever considered doing what I do as a health and fitness coach? Okay. So one would be customer moving into a coach, which is a natural progression of things because they're already believers in the products. The next one is when you're posting on your social media, they're attracted to the lifestyle. So you may not have the flexibility of going and laying on the beach and being full-time in this business and kind of doing whatever you want to show your lifestyle. But you get to go to fit clubs, you get to go to live events and share that community of people. We've had team parties. All of that stuff counts, you guys. Getting together with your success partner and going on a girls' day. All of that stuff is a part of the community and the lifestyle that this offers, right? So somebody who's been watching your journey through social media and is attracted to the lifestyle. And then the third type of person is somebody who's attracted to the business. So somebody who likes the numbers and who has been watching your journey, how you've progressed, and maybe saw you when you started and maybe 6 months or a year down the road says, man, that girl's still doing that. It must be a really legit thing, or that must be really cool. I want to see what that's about, right? So those are the three types of people. And the with the business aspect of things, $100, if you're making $100 a month, it might seem little to what you want to be making, but $100, you guys, a lot of people can benefit from an extra $100 a month. A lot of people. And that would make a lot of people interested. So don't be afraid to share the numbers. If Carl had said he just wanted to help people, he would not be a multi-million, billion-dollar business, right? There has to be some sort of correlation with the money. The money is what drives him to do more, to help impact. It's not that he's wanting more money, I'm sure he is, but it's not the money aspect of why he has drive, but it gives him more fuel. It's a tool that we use to create more drive within our lives, right? So don't be afraid to discuss the financial and the business side of things too. You might not be a numbers person or more of a business-sided person, and that's okay because the people who are attracted to you probably aren't either. But I do encourage you to share that a little bit every month, what the opportunity has done for you financially as well, because there are going to be people who want to know things like that, okay? So the next thing is sharing your story. Sharing your story on social media. I know we talk about this all the time, but there has to be a fine line between what you're posting about every single day and showing up for and what you're inviting. So let's say you aren't posting on your social media, but you're inviting people, not even like crazy, you're just inviting people through messages. But that person's never seen you do anything like you're talking about, right? Because you're not sharing your story on social media. So they're going to be like, well, is this girl for real? Or what is this about? Or is this like some sort of scam? Or what is this? Because they don't really know anything about you if you're not sharing your journey on social media. And the same is for the opposite. Let's say you're sharing on social media really good, you're making your posts, you're doing really good as far as that's concerned, but you're not inviting at all. Think about all the people who are quiet but watch you on a very regular basis, because it happens. It happens, I promise, in bigger numbers than you think. And you're missing out on helping that person because you're not inviting. So there's a very happy marriage between having a balance between the two, so that the people who you are inviting are seeing that you're real and seeing what you're actually doing, and that you're sharing it with other people publicly, and they know that you're the real deal. And being able to invite the people who are watching you and know you're the real deal, but are afraid to reach out to you or are afraid to comment on a post. Health and fitness is a very touchy subject, you guys, especially for people who are lacking confidence or not feeling good about themselves and have weight to lose. That's not the first thing that they're getting ready to do, is get on social media and be like, I'm going to reach out to Corey because I know she can help me. No, they tend to be very timid or afraid or shy or fear of rejection because they don't know what to expect. So make sure you're creating that fine balance between the two so that you're representing yourself with what you're inviting to, and make sure you're inviting what you're representing too, okay? Does anyone know what the number one reason a person joins the business is? It's because someone invited them to the opportunity. It's because someone invited them to the opportunity. It's not because they said, oh, I'm going to go look up MLMs and go see which one I can join. It's because someone invited them to the opportunity. So think about this. Think about if Kelly had fear or whatever and never invited me to this opportunity. Think about how many people would not have been impacted. With our team alone, you guys, it's thousands of people over the last 4.5 years that we have inspired. Whether or not they bought a challenge pack, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about who have we touched and inspired or empowered or helped with health and fitness or helped on a financial journey, all of it. Thousands of people. If she would have let fear stand in the way of inviting me to this opportunity. And the same goes true if I had not had the courage to invite you. Because each and every one of us is impacting lives every day. If you're sharing your journey on social media, or you're being a friend by reaching out through messages and you're sending messages like, hey girl, I just wanted to see how you're doing, and you're inviting people and you're enrolling people as coaches, you are empowering and connecting with people. You're sharing something bigger, and that's impacting other people's lives. So it's something to really think about. So that leads me to the last thing, is invite. Just do it. Just do it. You all should have a dream team list. Just do it. We have so many different formats in how to invite. Like, start asking 2 people a day. Make that a goal. 2 people a day, 5 days a week. That's 10 people, right? Think about being that problem solver. Who is somebody that could benefit from the financial aspect of things? Who is somebody that could use the ultimate accountability with their health and fitness by joining the opportunity? Who is someone who could be empowered by a strong family of women who are going to stand in her corner? Those are the people you want to invite, because you're helping them with something that they need help with. And are you inviting to the What is Coaching event? I host those every single month, you guys. Once a month, every month, we have something. Are you creating a list and preparing? It's the second Tuesday of every single month without fail. Unless very rarely do I have to change it. Second Tuesday of every month. Are you inviting people to that? That's a golden opportunity for them to hear from myself about our team, who we are, and I've been having somebody else from the team help me host as well, and that's really awesome because then they get a different part of the story, not just mine, right? Which is really cool. So making sure that you're inviting to that. And then I strongly encourage you girls to host a 3-day coaching sneak peek or a backstage pass, which is an event where you just post. And now with being able to go live, like that's so much easier than it was when we didn't have live, right? To share content and to share who you are. And just, the other one was doing an open house, which is like a backstage pass. It's just a different name for it if you like that name better. Pair up with a success partner, or pair up with somebody on the team and say, hey, would you like to do a backstage pass with me, or an open house where you create an event and then you each take a topic to post about the coaching opportunity and what people want to know. Or you each take a turn going live like Melissa and I did yesterday and Marguerite and I did last month. Start stepping outside of that comfort zone and sharing the opportunity through different ways and inviting people on your social media, because just like if you're not showing your health and fitness journey on your social media and you're inviting people, but they don't see that you're being real, share about the coaching opportunity with the public so that when you are inviting people to the coaching opportunity, they see that you're being real about it and it's something that you're passionate about and it's not something that you're just doing behind closed doors, right? So just freaking do it. That's it. I mean, just do it. I know that there's a lot of things, but it's really, you guys, it's just getting out of your own head and doing it. And once you start doing it, it's just like inviting. It's like you just have to get over that hump. Or it's like the first couple days of your workout. You just have to get over that initial couple days that it maybe feels uncomfortable, right? And then it becomes fun or easy. But just start doing it so that you can take steps closer to your goals and you can impact people on a deeper level. Because having challengers is amazing and having customers is amazing. But when you start connecting with coaches and building that connection with people, you're helping them on a deeper level and you're empowering them and giving them more of you, which is going to help them to grow faster too. So that's all I have. Do any of you, God, I can't talk. Do any of you have any questions or any thoughts? Don't be shy. Yeah, I'll unmute you. Just a second. What's up?
Thank you.
Yeah.
You saved me the trouble of figuring it out myself. So if we were to do like a sneak peek type group, what kind of content would we be sharing or should we share like on a daily basis, or how many days do you think it should be?
Yeah, so it just depends on what you can do a 3-day or a 5-day. I encourage you to do a 3-day. 5 days just tend to be too long for people to commit.
Like drawn out.
Yeah, it's just they're not committed enough to the opportunity to spend that kind of time in a group. But I have on my YouTube channel, I have my 5 days, so you could condense it down. I made mine based off of Shay Stanford's coaching sneak peek videos. But what I would do is just take some time to listen to a couple different top coaches, what they covered as far as content, and then create your own videos or going live in the group. You know, really going live is the ideal, but if you can't, or going live the first time, and then what's really cool on live now is you can download the video to your phone. So then downloading it to your phone and then uploading that to YouTube, because then you have exposure on YouTube, and then you can just use that link if you do it again. Or let's say you're going to do a backstage pass or a open house, which is just in an event where you're making posts. Then you could just reshare that content and maybe go live on a different topic so that way you have some of it already covered. It's not necessary to constantly reinvent the wheel or constantly do the same thing.
Right.
Great question, though.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Was that helpful? Do you guys find that stuff helpful, or Is there something else you have a question about, or something else that you've maybe struggled with when it comes to sharing the coaching opportunity that you feel like you could use more help with?
I think I really just need to look up some more information just to like build that confidence, like you were saying. And I think, by doing that and finding content to use in a sneak peek will help me to feel, more confident, especially, partnering up with a success partner and doing it together, kind of leaning on one another.
Yeah.
To kind of help you get out there.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely YouTube, you guys, there's so much content out there. And like I said, I use Shay Stanford, and Shay is SEAY, and then Stanford is STANFORD. She is one of Lindsay Matway's Superstar Diamond coaches. And that's where I base my content off of, but you don't have to necessarily use her. I just found her videos very informative and helpful. So, do a little bit of research and listen to different top coaches' content and what they're sharing for their sneak peeks. And the other thing I was going to tell you to do, or encourage you to do, that will help to empower that confidence and that belief within yourself is Google Beachbody success stories. To empower yourself, or on YouTube, to empower your mind and what is really possible. Because my story, we know Meg's story and how successful she is, but listen to other coaches and other success stories that this opportunity, whether being in a challenge group or being a coach, has helped with people and has helped them accomplish. Okay? Anybody else? Nobody else has any other questions? No? All right. Tatiana, we can't wait to see pictures from this weekend, and be sure to let us know what your top takeaways were and how Siggy was.
Definitely. I'm a little apprehensive. I'm going alone, but that's all right.
Start making some new friends and network, girl.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
I absolutely do.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get another ticket. We'll try.
You what?
I said I'm going to try.
Yeah.
Even if I got to sneak up on that stage. I'm trying. Yes.
With
like, look at all those abs. Look at all 80 of them.
Oh, all right, girls. So thank you so much for being on the call tonight. I love you all. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. We can't wait to hear how Siggy was and how that Super Saturday goes. And I'll talk with you all soon.
Good night.